Hey guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content now, we'll talk about BTC on a macro scale. We'll take a look at BTC on a monthly, quarterly, yearly, weekly, and all that good stuff, even down to the 3D basis and what type of price action we could anticipate over the next like a few weeks, few months, or even like a few years going forward, right? So as you know, BTC broke below 30K. We talked about the breakout below the monthly 21-EMA and how the monthly 21-EMA, was so important over the last, over the last few years. Okay, we discussed the importance of the monthly 21-EMA regarding the 2018 bear market, and we know exactly what happened. So if you're new to crypto, you got to pay attention to these macro directional moves. Okay, so back in 2018, after the breakout below the 21 EMA on a monthly basis, BTC capitulated down like nearly 50%. Okay, we know that. We knew if BTC breaks below the monthly 21 EMA, it could be devastating. Okay, so in March, during the March crash, you can see like right here, it capitulated nearly 47%. Okay, you take a look at it right here. If it capitulates anywhere between 40% to 47%, that could take us back to our monthly 50 EMA / 50 MA right there. Back in 2018, that's where we got the bottom at, right around 3K, right there. Okay, if you take a look at back in March, it did dump below it, right? But we did not close below it. Okay, that's very important. So if you're watching the monthly time frame, quarterly time frame, the most important thing to keep an eye on, it is not the lows. I know most newbies, right, or most doom boys, they look for the absolute bottom. So it is hard to catch the bottom. All you can do is just try to catch it within, like, let's say 20 to 30%. It is still good. Okay, a good example is like if you were looking for the bottom back in 2020 right here, you were looking for BTC to bottom somewhere around, like, let's say 5K. Okay, it dumped below your 5K support, right, nearly 30%, right? But take a look at it. After that, it pumped like over 1000%. So that's why it is important in this range, right, for bulls not to be looking for the absolute bottom. The most important thing is like the reference point going to be the monthly 50, right, EMA or MA, whichever you're comfortable with. That's going to be the most important time frame to keep an eye on as of now. We've been talking about it like since basically since December. We talked about how important the monthly 21 EMA was, right, after we broke out below 55K. So but if you're a short-term trader, you might not be understanding like what we're saying. When we're saying like, okay, we're going to retest the monthly 21, we're going to be moving sideways for the next like a few months, or even like a years, who knows, right, before breaking out below it. If we close below it, done deal. Okay, bear is going to take full control of the directional trend and all that good stuff. Okay, so the next time frame we're going to pay attention to, it is going to be the quarterly 21. So the quarterly time frame, we talked about it back in December and January, and what we said right here, if you recall our quarterly analysis, we said, okay, bears, right, I'm pretty sure they're smart enough, right, not to close the quarterly cycle right here bearish. If you recall, late December, even though market was bearish, we were shorting, but we said I don't think like BTC will close below 44K before January 1st. The reason for that was like if BTC had to close like that, right, with a big wick to the upside, right, that would basically signal a very, very bearish momentum. Okay, so everyone would be basically bearish. Okay, if BTC had to close like that back in December. So I was like, okay, I don't think bears are dumb enough to let that happen. So everyone will be getting out pretty much at the top. Okay, so they're going to make it feel like, hey, we still green, right, and we could push higher. So and right here, we closed bearishly. It wasn't a bad like close, but on the monthly basis, if you took a look at it, right, you knew the direction was still down, and we needed a a confirmation to reverse to the upside. So the quarterly time frame, it is important, because if we take a look at the quarterly 21 EMA, right now it is at low 22Ks, right? So back in March, that's where we got our bottom at, right there. Okay, just about like a 4K 3.9, whatever you want to call it. If we take a look at it in terms of BLX, in the BLX chart, you can see like we haven't closed a quarterly cycle below the quarterly 21 EMA over the last 7 years. Okay, none of these quarterly cycle closed below the quarterly 21. So that's why I'm saying, if BTC breaks the monthly 50, it could stay below the monthly 50 for a week or so. Who knows? Even if it is going to retest it, right? Because price action could get bought up really quickly within the next like hours or so, and everything pumps back up above the above the support area and all that good stuff. Okay, so if we retest the quarterly 21, that could signal the potential the potential bottom right there, just by the quarterly 20. The reason why I'm saying it is, I know most people use like different metrics, like 90% drop, 85% drop every bear market. But at the same time, if you take a look at it, in terms of the quarterly 21 EMA, we never close below it. Okay, the 10K bear going to say, okay, in 2014 we dropped 87%, something like that. Okay, 2020 we dropped 80 just about like 85%, right? And basically 2019 we dropped right here 71%. Okay, so he's going to be like, okay, we've been dropping 85, 90%, whatever, so this time we're going to be dumping like, let's say 85%. Okay, so that's what the 10K bear is saying, like, oh, we're gonna drop 85% and that's going to take us down to 10K. Yes, it's possible. Okay, but will we close below the quarterly 21 EMA? That's a big question. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for the absolute bottom in terms of a directional move on the macro scale, but we're just looking for, hey, can we stay above the quarterly 21 EMA? Can we stay above the quarterly 21 EMA? Regardless what type of noise we're going to get on a daily, hourly, or even weekly, right? Whatever noise we get, as long as we do not close below the quarterly 21, we could be respecting the same structure we've been creating over the last few years. Okay, even like us, let's say 7 years or so, right? So hopefully it is clear. The direction for BTC, we talked about it over the last few weeks, month. It is down, right? Monthly 21, monthly 50, and quarterly 21, right? So we already taken out the monthly 21. So the monthly 50, it is next, right? And 50 EMA, right, slash 50 MA right there. And after that, we could be looking for a potential retest of the quarterly 20. Not sure if BTC will get there, but we will see very, very soon, because we only got less than just about like a month and a half to close the quarterly cycle and all that good stuff. Okay, all right. So let me make sure the sound is good. Hey, what's up, Craig? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Kashaki, thanks a lot for tuning in. So guys, make sure to hit the likes. It is free content, right? So if you're watching and whether you're shorting or you're longing or you're buying the dips or you're selling the bottom or you're selling whatever you do, don't forget to hit the likes. It is free content. It helps me basically to produce more content, right? Otherwise, it's not very fun, right? It won't be fun to know you guys are, basically enjoying the content. Even if you don't enjoy it, if you learn anything, right, you can basically just hit the likes, right? It doesn't cost you anything. All right. So now let's go ahead and take a look at BTC on a 3 weeks basis. So on a 3 weeks basis, we did have a nice bear flag right here. That's what I've been saying after we after we retested the lower 30s, right, back in January, February. We've been saying like the quarterly, the 3 weeks 21 EMA going to basically be acting as a strong resistance until we get a clean breakout above it, probably a open and close above it. We did get a chance right here back in February, we got to close above it, but we couldn't basically stay above it. So that's when I started to say, hey guys, our directional move to the monthly, it is getting clear, right? Because you know, we could not stay above the quarterly 21, and the quarterly 21 EMA was our support back in June, July 2021. If you've been watching this channel, or if you were in our, at least if you were, you know, in our premium group, we've been saying like, hey, as long as we, you know, above the quarterly 21, right, it is always good to hold some BTC or even alt, because we could basically get another breakout to the upside, you know, up to like a 50k and all that good stuff. And BTC managed to retest like, you know, 60, you know, 65 up to 69k area. Okay, so the quarterly 21 right here, we break in the 50, the 100 EMA on the quarterly will basically coincide with the 100 EMA on the 3 weeks will basically coincide with the quarterly 21. So it is at 21.5. That's why we're getting a lot of confluence at, you know, low 20s. If you're looking for the exact number, once again guys, you're most likely going to be chasing the market up and down, all right, left and right, you know, bottom and center, 3D and all that good stuff, right? You can't be looking at the last price if you're basically trading the BTC macro chart, like, you know, the next 6 months, okay, 12 months, 18 months. All these prices most likely going to be pretty cheap. Okay, we all knew what happened back in 2020, March 2020, right? It took nearly like 6 months, 9 months to get the confirmation like BTC most likely going to be pushing to the upside, right, and all that good stuff. And if we learn what happened right here and what happened right there, we could just, you know, get a good basically a good sense of the market structure, and say, hey, BTC been doing it for the last few years, over the last 7 years. Okay, whenever we retest the quarterly 21, you know, 3 weeks 21, 3 weeks 100 EMA and all that good stuff, we tend to find a nice bottom. Okay, will it be different? I don't know, but we just have to respect what we've been seeing over the last few years and so on, right, and all that good stuff. Okay, if you're a macro trader, just, you know, stick to the macro chart. You know, monthly 21, monthly 50, quarterly 21 will take you a long way, will take you a long way. But if you just pay attention to the hourly chart all the time, 1 second chart and all that good stuff, you might not be paying attention to what's going on a macro level. You see what I'm saying? That's why if you notice well over the last few weeks or even month, we only been talking about the monthly time frame. And I've been warning most of my followers, right, and the premium group regarding the monthly 21 and the importance of the monthly 50. I made multiple videos regarding monthly 21, monthly 50, you know, quarterly 21, even the first week of the year, January 1st, right, something like that. You know, I made a macro cycle for BTC regarding the quarterly 21 and all that good stuff. Okay, so pay attention to the macro level, right, and buy the dips. BTC, not financial advice, right, because I don't want to tell you to buy the dips and BTC dumps 10% and you'll be like, oh man, we're going to zero. But you get the concept, right? You know, BTC will go back up, market, you know, will go back up, Ether will go back up, XRP will go back up, BNB will go back up. All of them will push back up. Okay, all of them will push back up. We just don't know when they will push back up, right? But as a trader, we all want to see like quick gains. Okay, like, you know, buy now and sell tomorrow. And sometimes you just have to buy now and sell next year. Okay, so if you have that type of mentality, buy now and sell next year, you're not going to be worrying about, like, you know, BTC being at 29k or like Ether being at 2k. Okay, BTC Ether BTC, it is still like nearly 10x. Okay, like, you know, over the last let's say 24 to a 25 month, BTC, you know, back in March 2020, basically BTC was right around like 3k. Okay, and now we still nearly, you know, 7 to 10x. Okay, in the next like couple of years, right, we could still be, you know, let's say 10x from here. Okay, 7x from here. Okay, so something to keep in mind. I wouldn't listen to the bears calling for BTC to go to zero and all that good stuff. Okay, we're not going to zero. Okay, could we drop lower? Absolutely. Okay, we can drop lower, but we're not going to zero, right? Hey, what's up, Yunus? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Sherry in the house, thanks a lot. Vitas NJ, thanks a lot for tuning in. I'm learning, but I still don't understand. I'm sorry, NJ. Mr. Shu, thanks a lot for tuning in, man. Hey, what's up, Kashaki? Kashaki is Satoshi, so if you guys don't know, that guy right there, that's Satoshi. He's dumping everything. Yeah, but stay on the macro level, guys. And you know, some of these alt, they will go a lot in the next like a few months and all that good stuff. But at the same time, I've been saying like take profits into BTC, take profits into BTC, okay? Because BTC is going to be around. We will get like over 50,000 coins in the next like a 3 to 5 years. Right now we got about like 20,000, right? It will double, right, in the next like a, you know, let's say 3 to 5 years. You know, nearly 40 to 50,000 coins. So you're not going to miss anything, okay? We will get new alt, we will get new protocol, we will get new layer 1, layer 2, layer 3, whatever layer you want to call it, okay? But we will only get one BTC, only one BTC, okay? Only one BTC. So that's why, you know, most of the time you see me like talking about like alt to BTC, okay? Alt to BTC, alt to BTC. Most of the time been saying like take profits into BTC, okay? You always have to hold some BTC regardless of what the market does, okay? You always at least keep like, you know, I would say 10 to 15%. If the market is turbulent, keep 50% or high, okay? And capitalize on the dips, you know, and all that good stuff. All right, so now let's go ahead and take a look at a BTC on a 3D basis. So on the 3D, if you guys notice what we said over the last few days, okay, right here it all started on a 2D basis, okay? So if you've been following our channel, you might not believe what we're saying right now, or you know what I'm saying, but as soon as we basically cross negative right here on our 2D right there, okay, you know, I basically send a message, right, to the group, right, public and premium group, and said, hey guys, BTC crossed, right, you know, BTC MACD crossed negative, price action is below the 21-EMA, right? And last time we did that was like back in November at the top, okay? So you got nearly 5 months, okay? So I was like, that's the first time we're crossing negative, and we knew exactly what happened right here. If you watch my channel back in December, late November, go back and watch any of my short videos update, you know, late November, I said, you know, if we open and close a candle below the 3D21, right, while our MACD right here remains negative, right, we could pack our bags, okay, if you guys recall. And I said exactly, we're most likely going to be dumping down to our monthly, you know, monthly 21. And once we hit our monthly 21, we're going to get a sideways correction, but we don't care what type of correction we're going to get, because we don't know. We can't tell what BTC will do once BTC hits like 20K. We don't know. BTC, for instance, right here, we got a directional target down to a monthly, quarterly, or even quarterly 21, but we don't know what BTC will do right here. We don't know. That's exactly what I was telling you guys. We could get a flat, and that's exactly what we got right here too. I was just speculating, but we ended up getting a, you know, flat, you want to call it, you know, triangular. It's okay, it's already done, right? And you know, the 3D21 is very important, and your MACD is also very important. So if you take a look at it on the 3D, we did get an early warning right here in our premium, right? April 11th, guys, April 11th, that's when we said we're going down again. The correction is done. MACD cross negative, okay? So if you take a look at it right here on our 3D basis, what we said, we're not going to capitulate. As long as MACD is pointing up, you're not going to get a strong move, right, opposite to the direction of your MACD. Meaning, like, if your MACD is pointing up, it is going to be hard to get a move to the downside, a very impulsive move. So however, if your MACD is pointing down, right, you're going to get a, you know, a nice smooth directional move. So if you understand what's the direction, what is a directional move, right? If you understand what is a directional move, you're going to be calm, okay? You know the market cannot go against you like forever, because it has to basically reverse, right, to follow the original direction. Okay, meaning like right here we cross negative. Even if we get a short-term pump, it is just going to be some noise, like on the hourly, maybe 6 hour or even daily. But on the 3D, the negative crossover right here sealed the deal. Okay, that was on April 11th. Okay, in our premium, so that's when we started to be extremely extremely cautious, and we weren't looking for any long position, okay, for BTC or Ether. Okay, and that is it for the 3D. So for the 3D time frame, okay, just be cautious, because most people are going to be starting to draw some divergences like that. Okay, this is not a divergence. Okay, I keep saying it. Your divergence was here. Even though, okay, you could say, oh, we did not retest the bottom, but we did. Okay, if you remove the wicks, okay, you see, if you remove the wicks, right, it is nearly a divergence right there. Okay, so but your divergence was right here. Okay, so that was your move, right? And I keep saying, whenever you get a a correction, right, like that, especially a flat, right, your MACD will do something like that. For instance, your MACD will be dropping, and it will do something like that. Okay, like that, right? And you're going to get your divergence. That's your MACD, your blue line, right? You got your divergence, price action double bottom right there, right? And you're going to be looking for a reversal, right? You're going to be looking for a reversal, because you got a double top, double bottom, right? But you're not going to know until you get another negative crossover on your MACD, meaning like your MACD got to push higher, right here, and basically turn around again. Okay, and turn around again. Once you get that U-turn, your price action will be forced to, your price action will lead the direction anyway, because MACD is a lagging indicator, right? So price action will basically make a U-turn, right? And you're going to be like, that is it. We got our negative crossover. Price is below our, 21-EMA, right? On our, whatever time frame you're using, right? Especially on the 3D, it is better because you get a stronger directional move, right? You're going to be like, okay, our direction has shifted now. Okay, it has shifted. So now we're going to be looking for what? We're going to be looking for lower prices. Hopefully it makes sense. Okay, I will try to make a video regarding the directional change, right, and all that good stuff, because that's how we've been nailing like all these, like even Luna we nailed it like from 95. Yes, I wasn't expecting Luna to go to like 10 cents whatever. But the most important thing was, like, in my premium, as soon as we spotted Luna, we will talk about Luna, but let's just focus on the shift in momentum right here. Okay, as you can see right here, as soon as BTC on the 3D, right, MACD, okay, cross negative right here, price action below the 21, we just follow this process and say, okay, there is no way we're going to be long in the market. There is no way we're going to be long in the market. We're just going to stay with the trend. That's why we've been shorting Alt, Luna, FTM, AVAX, you name it, all of them. Okay, we basically been staying near. We just shorted near yesterday, near dropped nearly 40%, whatever. Okay, from like 10.5 all the way down to like a $5. That's over 50% in like 48 hours. Okay, based on the 3D top formation, like we spotted BTC right here. Okay, so if you guys are interested, let me know. I can make a 3D reversal pattern in terms of MACD. You don't even need your indicator, your other indicators. You're only going to use your MACD and your 21-EMA. You don't even need the 100-EMA, and you're going to be spotting one of the most powerful trading reversal pattern on the macro level, not on the hourly and all that good stuff. Yes, if you're scalping, you can use it on the hourly, but on the macro level, like BTC dropping like 40-50%. Okay, we nailing every single top formation on BTC. Okay, even right here we nailed it, but I was not basically very aggressive. I saw it, but I wasn't just very aggressive. Okay, I was like, okay, let's wait, and suck a dump on us, right? But right here we were very aggressive. Right here we were very aggressive. Right here, back in December, we called for that 25-30% dump. In April, we called for this, dump down to the monthly 50. Okay, so I'm not bragging, but all I'm saying is you just have to focus on the macro level, right? If you're new to crypto, try to learn as much you can on the macro level, okay? And then later on, you focus on the lower degree. If you grasp the macro level, right? Yes, sometimes you might be panicking and all that good stuff, but you're always going to be like, I know the direction, regardless of what happened. I'm not going to trade against the direction. Okay, you're not going to be like Leroy. Okay, if you pump 1%, you be like, send, let's go moon. Okay, you always stay with the direction. That's my best advice, right? It is not a financial advice, but it is just a technical advice, right? Hey, what's up, Yunus? Thanks a lot, man. 2420K. We will talk about altcoin also, because we talk about like how alt will dump like down to 740 billion. Okay, and alt right now, you know, they're already down to like 740 billion. It is a lot to learn, okay, in this market. It is not just about like I'm buying XRP and it goes to like a 589. It's easy to make prediction, but it is very, very hard, right, to know what's going on in terms of charting. Fundamentals, myself, you know, I struggle. I'm not a big fundamental guys, right? I don't know everything. I ask, right? If I don't know, right? I don't even, you know, do a lot of research on fundamentals, but sometimes, you know, I need to basically do some research, right? But all I'm saying is, if you stick to the chart 80%, 90% of the time, you can catch the fundamentals. Like what happened to Luna. I didn't know anything about like Luna dumping, like they beat ETH and all that good stuff, because I don't follow Luna. But on the 30th, I made a video and say, hey guys, Luna can drop 80%. Okay, the 3D is telling us like the trend has shifted. The trend has shifted. Okay, so in our premium, we caught it from 95 like 2 weeks ago. Okay, let's take a look at Luna right here before we take a look at Ether. Because some of you guys in my premium already like Kashaki, so you can basically justify. I don't have to justify, but all I'm saying is like some of you guys already in our premium. So Luna on the 3D, as you can see right here, right, as soon as we dump on the 2D basis, right, what I said in my premium right here, okay, was like, hey guys, we got a top formation. That's all we're looking for. We're not looking for the top, the you know, shorting the absolute top like 120. I wasn't talking about Luna at 120, right? As soon as we broke, you know, below our 2D 21, I said, guys, Luna will most likely try, not most likely, but could try to push back up above the 21 EMA right here. And if it does, right, it might not stay above the 21 EMA, right, on the 3D or even 2D. And once we close below it, right, we will get a confirmation of a trend reversal. And our target for NEO guys was not like 10%. Okay, we were looking for NEO to drop all the way down to like $44, low 40s. Okay, before we hit 40s, right, we said, okay guys, it looks pretty bad. The fundamentals looks pretty bad, right? So it could dump all the way down to like $30 right here. And you see what happened right here. We went all the way down to like you know, 70 cents, whatever. Okay, but my goal was not to short Luna all the way down to 70 cents. My goal was just to spot the top. Your job is done. Once you spot the top, that's it. Once you spot the bottom, that's it. You're done. Okay, now let's take a look at NEO. And we did have a public live stream regarding NEO, Atom, Luna, and FTM, all of them. So it's not like it is a it was only a premium update. Okay, so Atom, NEO similarly, right, we knew NEO going to follow Luna, right here on the 3D basis. As soon as we broke below the 3D 21, double tap right here, right, on your price action, right, and lower highs on your RSI. What we said, guys, we dumping. If we break below the trend line support right here, the lower degree, right, we will be looking for the macro trend line support. So most of you guys been watching, so you just go ahead and let me know if you remember us talking about like NEO and Luna dumping this way. Okay, and they're doing it perfectly. Okay, our job is not to pick the top or pick the bottom. Our job is to look for reversal. That's it. That's it. If you find your reversal pattern, you take it, your job is done. If you get stopped out, it's nothing you can do. Okay, it's nothing you can do. All right, if you make profits, you lock in your profit and look for the next like a 20, 30, 40, 50% breakout. Okay, that's what we've been doing over the last few years. Okay, let's take a look at Atom next. Okay, we will talk about Ether later on. So if you take a look at Atom, if you've been following our channel, you know Atom, we talked about the top distribution, right? Just like that. We said, okay, Atom, we caught the very top. Okay, we didn't even wait for the price action to start dumping. And right here, as soon as we broke below the $22, $20 actually, we said, okay, the macro trend line is done. Got broken out. Okay, got broken right there. So we most likely going to be dumping all the way down to $9 to $10. Right now we're at $9 to $10, guys. That's a 50% call, not a 10% dump. Okay, not a 10% dump, right? Let's get a clean chart, and you can go back and watch last my last few live stream regarding Atom. Okay, Atom, Near, Luna, FTM, and all that good stuff, right? So right here we broke out below it. We said we're going to be retesting our July lows right here. It could still break it. Okay, it was just a directional target. If you want to take a look at it in terms of Fibonacci, right, 0.618, it is almost at $4.55. That's going to be the 0.618, but I don't think we will get a straight shot down there. I don't know. Okay, it could still pump back up to the previous Fibonacci, but we will take a look at it during our next live update and all that good stuff. So look for your trend line resistance for Atom, right? Price action will pull back, and once we get that pullback, we're going to hit the trend line resistance, and that's going to be where bulls going to be taking profits again. It could be something like that, we don't know, but we will take a look at, right? So next one, we're done with Luna, Atom. Let's take a look at FTM. So FTM, we called for the top formation at $3, just like Atom, guys, just like Atom. We called for FTM, get out. When did we start shorting FTM? Right here, 2.14, something like that, 2.30. Okay, just about like late January, first week of February. So you go back and watch my FTM video saying like what's going on with FTM, right? So right here you can select FTM, even broke below my targeted area right here, 50 cents to 72 cents down to 50 cents. Okay, right now it is likely to retest the July lows at 19 cents over the next like a few weeks. Okay, you take a look at it in terms of RSI, very bad. I mean, not like it's not going to bounce back up. It will, but it is not a good time to be shorting FTM. It is time to be accumulating the dips. Okay, because RSI on our 3D is extremely boring and negative. It's not negative but low. Okay, negative RSI. So RSI is between 0 to whatever. Okay, so but it cannot go to negative. Okay, for some of you guys new to the content, or some of you guys who are pretty experienced. Okay, all right, so FTM downtrend, it is still ongoing. Next support right here, just about like 18 cents to 19 cents, or the July lows. These are not basically bottom supports. They can still get taken out to retest the lower fib. So we will basically talk about FTM next, right, in our next live stream and all that good stuff, right? Hey, what's up T-Dog? So T-Dog in the house, that's Leroy. So if you guys don't know who's Leroy, it's T-Dog right there. So now let's go ahead and move on to BTC again before we take a look at Ether. So as of now, I don't want to take a look at anything like in regard to BTC, like hourly, 1 second chart and all that good stuff. We're just going to focus on the macro view. Okay, we want to basically see if BTC is going to find a support at the monthly 50. That's the most important. Looking at BTC on the hourly is not going to basically make it go up. Okay, it's not going to make it go up. Looking at BTC on the 6 hour or even daily time frame will just make you feel depressed if you're not shorting. Right, if you're shorting, you're just basically moving your stop. Right now you should move your stop at least at 35 to 33k, right, and basically sit tight and relax. Okay, so let's take a look at BNB. We called for a BNB dump also, right, in our premium. Let's do this. Okay, so if you take a look at BNB, right here, okay, so if you take a look at BNB, we talked about BNB on the first, okay, and that's exactly what we are looking for. We are looking for a move all the way down to the to the 240 area, okay, like just like that. Okay, so and the next one going to be basically Ether. So if you take a look at Ether right here, right there, okay, that's when we call for Ether, right, to right there, okay, that's when we call for Ether to start dumping, okay, and Ether was just about like a just below like a 3,000 area. So we are looking for Ether to drop all the way down to a 1,700 range, okay, right here, right? So and these are macro calls. We weren't looking for like Ether to to drop like 10% and all that good stuff. So you take a look at BTC. If you take a look at BTC right there on the 11th, right, that's when we started to talk about BTC. Right there again, right here we said the 2D negative, right, the 2D MACD is negative, and most likely we're going to be looking for lower prices. In terms of price action, we said 30k, and once we hit our 30k, we will basically look for the monthly monthly 50 and all that good stuff. So stay with the trend, okay, stay with the trend. That's what we've been saying, okay. So let's do this now. So now let's take a look at BNB before we talk about Ether, right? So BNB sell volume is increasing. That's pretty good, right? So what we've been looking for BNB is like the same directional move as Ether, right? In a bull market, right? If you're bullish on BNB, if you're bullish on Ether, right, you got to be bullish on BNB. If you're bearish on Ether, you got to be bearish on BNB. Okay, they move together, right? Both of them basically are like, let's say 24% or even like a 24% of the crypto market cap. So you got to follow BNB and Ether, okay? So you take a look at it right here. We could be looking for the July lows, right? Could be a temporary support. We don't know how long it'll stay here, right around like a 200 to a 240. That was our target, 240 on average, and we will see, okay? MACD right here, just like what I showed you in term of finding a directional move, right? You can see like what happened right here. You got a divergence, your divergence. After that, you got your flat correction. What do you expect next? A crossover. If your MACD crosses over, right, negative, right, you're going to get a very impulsive move, okay? So that's how we nailed basically that's how we nailed BNB. So BNB was our second swing because we spotted it right here at $500, 520, 511 after it dumped below the 3D 21 right there. Okay, we said MACD is negative just like Ether. So BNB, next target just about like a 375 to a 340 in terms of downtrend. Okay, that's exactly what we were looking for. We were looking for 50% to 0.618 right there. So it created a flat correction at 50% to a 0.618, and now going for a full retracement. So you got to understand these little details, guys. It matters, man. It matters. Okay, so join the the trading group, right? It's not a scalping group like where you look for 1 second chart and all that good stuff. You take a look at the big picture. You take a look at the big picture. And once you nail the direction, there is no way you're not going to make profit if you know where the direction is going to. Okay. So now let's go ahead and take a look at Ether and going back to a BTC later on. So Ether looking pretty good. Okay, similar move right here. You got your three-way move. You got your MACD bullish. We were looking for the crossover right here. We got it. We said we're going down. Okay, right here, you know, back in December. Let me just show you. Let me just show you Ether, right? That was December. So right there. All right, December 6th, guys. December 6th, right here. That's when we started to look for Ether to basically dump all the way down to you know, even like a 2800 and down to the monthly 21. Okay, so right here we also said it right there. We said, hey guys, we MACD is negative, right? Price action is below the 3D 21. It is a bearish continuation pattern. Stay with the trend. There is no way Ether will go up and make a new all-time high as long as our MACD is negative. Okay. All right. So now let's go ahead and take a look at Ether, right? So Ether, it is still going down, no sign of reversal. So we will need to watch our 3D MACD to give us another crossover. Okay, if we get that crossover, we will know the trend to the downside, right? Will slow down basically. Okay, if we cross bullish on our MACD right here on our 3D basis, right, Ether will likely to start like a slowing down. It could be a correction like that, we don't know. It could be another three-way move, we don't know. Okay, but as of now, the directional move is always it is all the way down to like a 1700 range. Okay, especially if we break below the 0.888 right here. We just hit like a 0.786, 0.888 going to be at 1920 give or take, and full retracement going to be 1700 range. Okay, so all right. How about the chart for USDT? I don't know about the chart for USDT. T-Dog, Leroy. COVID, it was short and sweet. BTC Punisher. Hey, thanks a lot for tuning in, BTC Punisher. This is crazier than the COVID dump. That's the time to buy. When people start saying this is crazier than the previous one. Okay. Tito, you can call it crazy when you knew exactly what was going on. It is only crazy if you did not basically follow what we've been saying over the last 5 months. Okay. We haven't even been talking about like 6-hour time frame. Okay, over my previous live stream. Okay, we did not mention like anything regarding, I mean, we did mention it, but we weren't looking for like a target based on the 6-hour time frame. We were looking for the monthly time frame. And when you're talking about the monthly time frame, you're talking about like big move. Okay, 30, 40, 50, 60% move. Okay, but you got to be patient. Sometimes it can take like a month, 2 months, 3 months to get those moves, right? But at least you're not going against a trend, right? You just sitting tight, relax. Okay. Hey, Sherry is saying, hey, add Bitcoin Cash to your list. So guys, let me know what you think. Do you think like we're going down to a 22K and all that good stuff? So guys, make sure to hit the likes, guys. It is free content, guys. I've been giving you one of the best content. The only thing you got to pay me is like hitting the likes. I don't get paid by YouTube for you guys to hit the likes, but it makes me feel good, like people are basically paying attention. It just makes me feel good, right? Like it's not like I'm gaining anything like when you hit the likes on your touch screen, okay? Or if you T-Dog on your BlackBerry, right? All right. So let's take a look at BCH. Let's take a look at it on a monthly basis. So BCH could be getting the lowest monthly close, right? If we close below 198, that's going to be the lowest monthly close since, like, you know, nearly 2 years. Okay, and I think EOS in the same boat, right? The lowest monthly close for, you know, over like, you know, 4 years or so. I think Wabi has the longest history. Yeah, so that's going to be the lowest monthly close since like November 2019. Okay, so that's pretty bad. Okay, that's pretty bad. And the monthly cycle right here shifted negative right after we cross below the 21-EMA, right around like 40. So we'll see, you know, if it will recover. All right, so I don't know if, you know, this was an impulsive move, this was the macro correction, right? And this is going to be the WXY, the Y correction right here. That's possible. Okay, it is hard to tell. Or this entire move could just be a correction itself. It might not even break below 130. The correction could be just something like that, and it pushes to the upside. But I don't know. It's no way of knowing now, as long as the macro directional move is down. Let's take a look at it on the monthly, on a 3 weeks basis. So 3 weeks is down, right? Let's take a look at it on the weekly, of course. Okay, the weekly is starting to shift back up, okay, right here. So that's a good news, right? We just don't want the weekly MACD to cross down. If the weekly MACD crosses down again like that, we could even look for the macro WXY correction, something like that, all the way down to the 70s. That's possible. But since like the weekly is not that negative, right, I wouldn't go with that route. I would just wait, right, and DCA every 50%. If it doesn't drop 50%, don't DCA. Okay, so that's what I've been saying also over the last few weeks. If you DCA on alt, right, you know, as a bull, avoid DCAing like, you know, every 10%, 5%. Okay, for instance, if you bought you know, Bitcoin Cash around like $400, okay, yes, now it is a great time to be DCAing because we over 50% down, right? And if you buy at $200, you don't want to be DCAing like 150, okay, or like 170, because that's not how crypto works. Okay, crypto, that's how crypto work. Okay, when crypto you know, pump, right, they pump like 10, 20, 30x. So when they drop, they don't drop like 5%, 2%, 3% and all that good stuff. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? They drop massively. So for instance, if you buy right now, you buy the dip at 150, you don't care. Okay, your job is done. You just buy another, wait for another 50% drop, right, to buy again. So it means that you're going to be buying at $100 or lower. Okay, $100 or lower. It doesn't mean it will retest it, right? Because we just talked about the WXY correction on the macro view. In case, right, you got this structure playing out, you don't know. The structure could just end right here. Okay, it could just end right there, and you could be looking for a reversal. But you don't care if, you know, it drops down to like, you know, 130, because it is not 50% drop, because you're looking for another 10x move, right? Another 10x move. So you don't care about, you know, 20% drop, 15% drop and all that good stuff, right? So just DCA every 50%, don't DCA every 5%. That's the secret. And most of the time, start DCAing right after they drop at least 80% from all-time high for some of these alt, right? That way you're going to get a good average, right? Not basically DCAing like, let's say Bitcoin Cash picked at 1500 range. Okay, you don't want to be DCAing like you know, right around like $900. Okay, if it drops 70%, 80% right here, $300, you start it to DCA. Okay, 150, you suck it up, and so on and so forth. Okay, $50, you suck it up. Okay, and next one, $25, you suck it up. All right, and you're going to get a great average. Okay, I never heard anybody talking about it like that. Okay. Thanks a lot, Sherry. Thanks a lot for recommending Send Crypto. I'm trying to give it to you uncut, guys. I'm not gonna be like 100% correct all the time, but I try to make sure, you know, I catch the direction. If I catch the direction, that is it. You know, it's no way the trend going to go against us. That's my main goal. Most of the time, I spend a lot of time, right, studying the chart just to make sure, right, I'm looking for the proper targets, right? Like being accurate in terms of targets, but being accurate in terms of direction, because there's no way you're not going to be accurate if you basically, you know, understand the direction, okay? Because price action, for instance, right? If I'm looking for Bitcoin Cash to drop to $200, right? And when Bitcoin Cash was at, let's say, I'm just giving you guys an example, right? Let's take a look at BTC, right? Because before all these doom boys start looking for $50 Bitcoin Cash. So for instance, right, when BTC started to shift momentum right here, right, on the 3D, I knew I will be very accurate. I will be very, very accurate, right? Why? Because I knew the direction going to be down. Okay, I knew the direction going to be down. So what I usually do is like pay attention to my fibs and my macro basically targets. That's it. Your targets could take time to get hit, but you're going to be accurate because you're looking at the you know, the macro view, right? And at the same time, you're going with the direction of the trend. There is no way you're not going to be accurate, even though you're not looking to be accurate. You're just looking to hit targets. Okay. So some of you guys been following us, like, you know, since like 2018, right there, when I called for BTC, you know, bottoming right there, and called for the breakout right here, right, and called for the move all the way up to 14K. Okay, and as soon as we got rejected, right? You know, I was calling for 16 too, but as soon as we flipped bearish, I was like, oh, let's just suck it up, guys. We going down. Yeah, the like of T-Dog been around for 2 years, so hey, what's up, Oliver? Thanks a lot for tuning in. Mr. Shu, thanks a lot for tuning in, man. Mr. Shu, let's take a look at ICX for Mr. Shu. So ICX, we could you know see an ugly move for ICX, but it is a triple bottom, so it's nothing you can do. With these moves, you just have to suck it up, accumulate at the bottom if you're just trading ICX BTC, right? And don't care about ICX USD. The ICX USD could bleed, but ICX BTC, as long as we can stay above, you know, the 1200 range right here, on average 1400 range, you don't care, okay? Unless it drops like 50% against BTC, right? Then you accumulate again around, like, let's say, you know, 600 sats, 700 sats range, okay? But avoid accumulating like you know, every 10%. So best thing to do right now is just, you know, buy BTC and use those BTC later on to buy ICX, because ICX will go ballistic once we find the support right here. It could be here, or it could be even 50% lower, but it is likely to get the job done with the macro triple bottom. We take a look at it on the monthly. We getting rejected by the monthly 21, so that's not good. So it doesn't have enough history for the monthly you know, to get up here. But if the monthly is over here and cross negative, then you start to get out, okay? But that could take like months or even years before we you know, get that move, okay? Or we just get a, you know, big green, you know, candle right here up to 12,000, and you know, that is it. I wouldn't recommend to hold it above like 10,000. Minimize the risk once we hit above 10,000. It could go 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, but you know, you want to be in BTC after that. If you pump 10x against BTC, you want to be 90% in BTC from ICX, right? And if you know, if it you know, drops back down to support, you just reaccumulate. You know, if it stays, it's going to pump. If it dump, you accumulate 50% below, every 50%. All right. So let's take a look at Litecoin. Litecoin, I don't know. Okay, for Litecoin, it broke structure, right? So just like a you know, Bitcoin Cash, this move, okay, if and only if it is going to be a correction, it could be, you know, our X right here, okay, W, X, and Y correction, okay, to the bottom. That's possible, but I don't think it will be that way. We will just wait to see over the next few months if the monthly time frame doesn't shift bullish right here, right? We could start to speculate about Litecoin, even, you know, retesting the low 20s, but I think that's too soon to basically be projecting Litecoin retesting that low. But as of now, right, our directional move, it is still correct. We hit 71. Next support going to be 45. Okay, that's 0.786. 0.888 going to be at $33 right there. Not sure if it's gonna, you know, if we're gonna get there, but the most important right now is like just to put a stop loss and a lot of position down and to close the you know, close profits. Okay, so okay, talking about the selling pressure, let's take a look at the volume, because most of you guys know exactly what I said regarding the volume. So I warned you regarding the volume, right? So remember what I said, the volume is not even that high yet. so we'll see where we go. Okay, so we have to break the structure. We have to break the structure. We cannot basically go to zero with the volume. So that's a good news, because price has dropped a lot and we haven't seen a good volume yet. So it means, right, it means if, you know, the rest of the volume going to be buying pressure, regardless of how low the price gets, right, it could get bought up with a good volume, and BTC could even close above the monthly 21-EMA next month. That's possible. Okay, I'm not saying it will, but that's possible. So if you take a look at it right here, back in March, we dipped all the way down to a 4K, right? But the very next month closed back above the you know, above the candle open. If we get that right, guys, it means that we're going to the moon. Okay, if we close above the monthly 21 again within the next like couple of months, that it means like moon time, guys, moon time. Okay, no confirmation yet. I'm just speculating. We will take a look at it as we go, because we cannot just call for a reversal, right, without no confirmation. Okay, but I'm just speculating in terms of the monthly volume being very high over the next like a couple of months. Okay, you take a look at it on the quarterly basis. We talk about it on Coinbase. What we said the quarterly volume on Coinbase last quarter was like 1.5 million. I told you guys, you know, few weeks ago. Okay, the very first couple of weeks of the quarterly time frame, we said the quarterly, right, we could get a big sell volume, and we know our directional move is down, so we could expect what, the volume to match the last quarterly volume, which was 1.5. right now we at 700k, right, 700,000 BTC trading volume. So we got nearly another 700,000 BTC trading volume, right, over the next like 45 days, right, to close the quarterly time frame. Let's say 50 days, right? So that's a lot. Okay, that's a lot. So the body candle can either, we could get another body candle like that at the bottom, right, to match the same volume, right, because we got 45 days, 50 days to go, right, and we already got, let's say, 45 days already this quarter, right? So it means if we get another 700,000 volume for the rest of the month, right, we could get another move like that. But will the price close below the quarterly? So it is time to be accumulating BTC, because, you know, regardless of what happened, right, we only got 45 days to go, regardless of what happened. And if you take a look at the last quarter, right, last quarter, very good example right here. Look at the volume, 1.5 million. But look at how we close. We close like nearly at the, you know, at the candle open. Okay, so that's why I'm saying if we retest the quarterly 21, or even close, like on average 24k, bulls, you know, got to step up. Okay, step up and basically get the job done. Okay, meaning like buying the dips at or near the quarterly turnaround within 10%, 15% is good, because we're looking for a macro reversal. We're not looking for BTC to hit like 24k and then we're going to sell at 26. If you buy BTC at 24, 28, 26, you ladder your position down, you're looking for 180. You're looking for 180 if you've been following some crypto, right? If you've been following some crypto, let's take a look at it right here. That was my Matic macro view. We just discussed Matic macro view yesterday, right, in our premium. So be cautious with Matic, right? I will talk about Matic in a public live stream and all that good stuff, right? But let's go back to the BLX. So if you take a look at the BLX chart, we know this box right here will represent most likely the best range to be buying. And once we get the support right here, right, regardless of where we're going to get it, 50, 100, quarterly 21, it doesn't matter. Monthly 50, monthly 100, quarterly 21, it doesn't matter. The directional move over the next few years is going to be 180k. And if your grandma starts to buy BTC at 180k, you know you got to sell. You just got to remember that. In 2019, right? In 2019, right here, right? That's when we started to talk about what, like 60k BTC, 50k BTC. Okay, so you want to start talking about like 100k, 200k when BTC is down, not when BTC is going up. Okay, when everyone, you know, when everyone gets those laser eyes, right? You better sell. Okay, you better sell when you see those laser eyes. Just run away, run away, run away. Okay. So on the BLX chart, what you want to see, right, on a quarterly basis, we talked about it before. So you want to see, right, BTC to close above the 57k on a quarterly basis. On a monthly basis, it'll be good, but if we get like one quarter, right, closing above like 57, 58 range, right, the higher the better, right? You know, it will be time to be buying alt. Okay, it will be time to be buying alt. Most of these alt will not break out as long as BTC is below the below all-time high. Most of it. Okay, some of them, okay, like maybe 2 to 3%, because you got 20,000 coins, right? 2 to 3%, right? It is, it is pretty low, right? You don't want to be chasing those coins. They will break out 100x even before BTC breaks all-time high, but you don't know which one of them will do it. So you don't want to be running around like a like whatever, right, trying to make a 100x gains when you know nothing will move. 98% will basically stay down. A very good example is Doge. Okay, so you take a look at Dogecoin chart, right? It will go ballistic. Dogecoin, I told you guys about Dogecoin retesting like 7 cents. In my premium, we talk about it when Doge was like, actually last year, excuse me, last year right here, back in May, okay, we said we will most likely retest our 50-day 21, right? And if we break it, right, we could be looking for 7 cents, and after that 3 cents, right? But that's not the topic. Okay, the topic is like, hey, you take a look at Doge right here. What was this quarter? Last quarter of what? 2020, right there. Take a look at the first quarter of 2021. That was when, after BTC broke above all-time high. You take a look at it. Doge pumped like over 300, nearly 300x, right? In like less than 6 months, right? Excuse me. Now let's take a look at it back in 2017, right here. BTC broke above all-time high, January, February, something like that. Okay, very close to all-time high. That's when Doge went ballistic. Okay, pump 100x. So these little details, right, right? They matter. Okay, you want to pay attention to these little tiny thing. The reason for that is like you don't need to worry about like buying alt, like going 100% into alt until BTC breaks all-time high. You want to be at least 50% or even 80% alt. I mean 80% BTC, and once BTC breaks all-time high, you buy, right, your favorite alt. Okay, you take your BTC. That's why I keep talking about alt BTC. I've been talking about alt BTC over the last few years. Okay, you buy alt. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Don't rush. Not financial advice, but don't be rushing like with these low prices, right? Jumping in and expecting like a V-shaped recovery. Okay, Doge could pump like 200%, but it is not going to go 100x until BTC breaks all-time high. So if you short-term trading, yes, you can get these moves, right? But until BTC breaks all-time high, you don't expect Doge to go like 100x. Okay, going up to like a $3, $4, $5, stuff like that. Okay, so but once again, $7, it is still a good buy, all the way up to 3 cents. Okay, 7 cents, 5 cents, 4 cents, 3 cents, just a lot of position. It could move sideways for like a 12 month, 18 month. But after BTC breaks all-time high, Doge could still be around like, let's say 20 cents, 10 cents range. Just like XRP. XRP did not break out above all-time high. Take a look at XRP. I think XRP USD. It's bit fit now. Let's do this. You gotta find the longest history for XRP. It's not KuCoin. It's not Bitstamp. Okay, so you take a look at XRP. Right, XRP did not break above all-time high, right, until BTC broke above like the the 1100 previous all-time high back in 2017, right? So you can see XRP pump like 300 for nearly like 50,000%. Okay, so if you've been basically let's say you've been holding XRP between like 2013 until 2017, you've been basically struggling, okay, not knowing what's going on. Even right here, right, XRP did not break out, right, until BTC broke above all-time high and pumped like 7x, 8x, whatever. So XRP will pump, but BTC will need to break above all-time high. That's what you need to remember. If you're new to crypto, you got to accumulate BTC and Ether on the downside, okay, on the downtrend. BTC Ether, right? And once BTC breaks above like 57 on a quarterly basis, like I said, right, few minutes ago, you start to accumulate alt, okay, for like a 3 to 6 month. Okay, it could last like a 12 month, but in 3 to 6 months they will go 10 to 20x, and you will be able to accumulate more BTC and basically start to be cautious for the next like a 6 to 12 months, because the bull run will only last for maximum 12 months. You only got like 6 months, okay, to 12 month max for the bull run. But for the bear market, you got like 18 to 36 months, okay, like 3 years, because BTC breaks all-time high every 1,000 day, like every 3 years nearly, right? 1100 to down to a 1,000 day, right? If you take a look at it right here, right, so you take a look at the previous all-time high right here, right, back in 2013. It did not break out above all-time high after after 1096 days, okay, nearly over 3 years, right? So you take a look at the 2017, right here, we did not break out above all-time high. Same amount of same time frame, okay, 1096. Okay, so if you're going to be expecting another 1096, right, you're looking at like January 2024. Okay, January 2024. All right, so let me just do this so I can show you what I'm talking about, right? Correct. Okay, so exactly that's what I'm talking about. Okay, I sent this this idea right back in October 2021. Okay, October 2021, BTC was near all-time high. Okay, I wasn't looking for like higher prices, but I was basically studying, okay, what we're going to get over the next like 2 years right here. So you take a look at it, same amount of time frame right there. Okay, 1096 right here, 1188 in terms of days. If you want to take a look at it in week on the quarterly, you just say 1096. Okay, I'm gonna send the link. If you are interested, right, you can go ahead and check the link and you can read it for yourself. Okay, okay, you can go ahead and check that link. All right, so hey, what's up, Mason? Let's take a look at EOS. It's already 1 hour, gosh, of live streaming. Okay, so EOS on the quarterly, that's going to be the lowest quarterly. I know that's the lowest monthly, but I'm not sure. Yeah, that's not the lowest quarterly, but that was just the at least on Binance. Okay, that's going to be the lowest quarterly close for EOS. Okay, that's not good. Okay, that's not good. So it looks like a macro WXY correction. So this could be just a capitulation move, and then we could get the move to the upside. So how low it'll get right here, we could look for the Fibonacci, right? So 0.786 going to be at 88, 0.888 going to be at 60 cents right here. That's going to be the next Fibonacci support. Right here we respected 0.618, so that's not good, that we're breaking the 0.618, and you got your flat correction right here. The good news is like the sell volume is decreasing as we're dumping, so it means like the reversal could be very quick. Okay, if we find support either here or all-time low on Binance, okay, at 40 cents 50 cents give or take, right? Actually all-time low right here on Binance, okay, yeah, it's 37 cents, right, if it gets there. But I would basically pay attention to the Fibonacci. Okay, ETHUSDT, I've been very clear regarding ETHUSDT. Okay, so what I've been saying is like as long as we stay above like 6,000 7,000, no need to be buying EOS, right? Unless we hit like 3,600 range, and it's not even there yet. It is it is getting rejected by the weekly 21-EMA. So we'll see if it capitulates like below 400 sats, right? You could start to look for not 400 sats but 4,000. Okay, you could start to look for 50% drop below it, 360 to you know, 300 sats for consolidation. It could drop below it, but once again, you know, these alt, after they drop a lot, they do pump like 40-50% and all that good stuff. So you can try to catch the first move, but look for the you know, 3,500 3,000 sats range. Okay, as long as it is above you know, this support area, right, 5,000, no need to be basically no need to be accumulating at all. Just accumulate BTC. I mean, I'm not paying attention to the daily time frame for BTC. I want to see BTC basically with a strong 3D reversal, right? A strong 3D reversal. That's what I want to see. So most people keep saying like, oh, RSI is very low, but most of your parabolic downtrend, right, you're going to get it right here. Most of your parabolic downtrend and most of your parabolic pump, you're going to get it right here, right there. That's when you get your parabolic pumps, right? So just because your RSI is low does not mean it is about to reverse. It can bounce, but bounce and reverse, right, are two different things. Okay, it can bounce, but will it reverse? Okay, you can see your daily MACD, it is still pointing down, so you still got time to correct. You take a look at your 6-hour MACD, it refused to cross bullish. So what I told you about, whenever you see something like that, right, you got to stay away. Okay, it can be a fake out, but as long as we negative right here, it is going to be hard for the trend to reverse. So we got to get the bullish crossover, and price action will be, will be staying above support, or even if it drops, it will drop slowly because MACD already crossed bullish. So it will be time to correct, and then after that we will decide if we're going up or if we basically continue the downtrend. So keep an eye on your 6-hour MACD. If it crosses bullish, it will be sideways time. Okay, pay attention to it. Okay, pay attention to it. Okay, if it crosses bullish, it will be sideways time. Boring phase basically. Yeah, Ether, yeah, you take a look at Ether, right? Same exact move. Got rejected right here. Okay, on the 6-hour, bang. Okay, on the 8-hour, did not even get the chance to cross bullish right here. Okay, so just be cautious. Even if it crosses bullish, right, it is going to be likely to be sideways correction for like a few days, right? Unless we get a V-shaped pump, right, scam pump and all that good stuff. But it is likely to be sideways correction, and you're going to be paying attention to your 6-hour 21 up to 6-hour 100 EMA after that, because they're likely to cool off at some point right here and start to flip bullish if we're going to get the reversal. So we got plenty of time to watch the market over the next like a few couple of weeks, because the 3 weeks time frame will close on the 28th. So until the 28th, we just got to be cautious, right, and wait for May, wait for June. Right, so yeah, everything is moving down pretty quickly, so just be patient, guys, till June, right? We could get some pretty good, pump. Like, I'm not saying like pump like 20% today and dump 40% tomorrow. I'm talking about like, start to make like higher lows. You see what I'm saying? So not like, oh, we got a 30% pump, that's a bottom, stuff like that. Okay, we just have to avoid those type of mentality, and try to stay with the trend until we shift our direction. We can't shift our direction today, right, or tomorrow, or even next week. It could take like 2 months before we say, hey, it is time to go up. Okay, it is time to go up. So if you think like, you know, you're going to catch the bottom, you know, today or tomorrow, you're fooling yourself. Okay, if I tell you BTC will bottom like exactly today, even if we hit the monthly 50, it's not guaranteeing like we're going to bottom exactly at the monthly 50, because it could take, you know, few months once again to, you know, to consolidate, let the 3D MACD to start pushing up, you know, get above the 3D 21, get above the weekly 21, you know, get above the 3 weeks 21, get above the monthly 21. You know, as long as we, you know, below those macro moving averages, right, it is going to be hard to say, hey, it is bull, you know, we're in a bull market. Okay, it is going to be pretty hard to say, hey, we're in a bull market, even though I want us all to be making like a crazy gains and all that good stuff. But you know, we got to suck it up and keep buying the dips. So get busy, get busy. Hey Phipps, thanks a lot for tuning in, man. So guys, I think I'm just gonna call it a day. Thanks a lot for hitting the likes, guys. It is you know, it is free. If that's your first time watching Send Crypto, don't hesitate to join our Doom Telegram group. You know, all the 10K bears are in there, and the Moon Boys also, right? XRP 589 group in there, and all that good stuff, right? If you're looking to join Send Premium, you know, you can join the premium group, right, through our Discord channel. We focus most of the time on the macro level, right, and the short to medium term swing. Most of the time we don't look for like a 1% move, 2% move. We look for the big moves. Okay, that's when you make the most money. You can make a lot of money on the 1 second chart and all that good stuff, but you can lose a lot in those 1 second charts. Okay, so I would rather focus on the high level, like, you know, the 3D weekly, you know, 3 weeks, monthly, quarterly, and make consistent profit, you know, profits, right? Then basically look for the you know, 1 second chart and basically make a killer today and get wrecked tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? So stay with the macro view. That's my recommendation. Hopefully, you know, you guys are going to benefit from the live stream and all that good stuff, right? Thanks a lot, guys. XTZ will hit target. Okay, no problem. It will pump. It's just not time yet. Okay, it's just not it's time yet. But when its time comes, right, it will get the job done. But as of now, no need to focus on XTZ unless it drops down to like, you know, $1.50, right? Then you know, you start like worrying about like buying. Okay, right here, just about like $1.50, right? And after that, every 50%, right? Not like accumulating XDZ every 10%, right? Every 50, 60, or even, you know, 45% accumulate. Okay, XRP, we've been waiting for 589 for the longest. It's not there yet. Okay, so will it get there? Possibly, yes. Okay, even probability, right? Probability, right? Probability, right? It could get there. Thanks a lot, guys. Be safe out there. Okay, XTZ 89.